All eyes, as you know, were on the Varanasi civil court today, waiting for the video proof compiled after 11 hours of a survey to be shared with the petitioners and the respondents. But even before the process of the transfer could commence, the Muslim side filed a petition in court demanding that the access to the image or images must be restricted. The videography, the evidence collected through the videography should be restricted only to the parties concerned and no one else. The media must not be allowed to get this particular footage. Now, viewers, 1,500 plus pictures and 10 odd hours of video footage will be given to the concerned parties on the 30th of May. The delay may have left the devotees disappointed, but there are those like the PFI who may see this as an extended opportunity to continue to fearmonger. Even today, they came out to say that there were concerted efforts to capture mosques and may lead to unending disharmony. Viewers, listen in.
गुजारिश कोर्ट से सिर्फ की है इस बात की कि ये जो है पक्षकार बहुत से दरखास्तें पड़ी, हमें पता लगा इस बात का, तो हमने इसीलिए कोर्ट से गुजारिश की थी कि पक्षकारों को इसकी कॉपी दी जाए, अदरवाइज किसी और को न दी जाए।
आपने ऐसा क्यों, मतलब इसके पीछे रीजन क्या है?
इसके पीछे रीजन है कि इसके आधी चीजें देखकर कोई समझ नहीं देता। एक पूरी चीजों का एक बड़ा पेज हो, उसकी एक लाइन को हम पढ़ के किसी चीज को नहीं समझ सकते कि क्या चीजें हैं। तो अदरवाइज अगर मीडिया में थोड़ी थोड़ी जो चीजें तोड़ के बताई जाती है तो उससे सही नहीं हो पाएगा ना। इसकी रिपोर्ट की पूरी जो है डिस्पोजल हो जाएगा, उस पर निस्तारण हो जाएगा, उसके बाद वो सार्वजनिक कर दी जाएगी, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं।
The question is, what is behind this deflection, this attempt at trying to stall? Viewers, is it the fear that once the truth is established, it would be a massive loss of face for some? I want to bring this out because also we have been told that there are some elements in the Hindu side also that filed a petition calling upon the court to not release these videos. I want to open this up. We first have with us Mr. Vishnu Jain, who's a lawyer for the petitioners for the Hindu side. Mr. Vishnu Jain, what's going on here? What's going on? You are seeing an attempt to delay. They're saying that this should not be made available to the courts, and once, of course, it becomes a matter of public record, even the media can report upon it. Why do you believe this?
See, Rahul, our jurisprudence has travelled a long journey, and if you will see the recent judgment of the Supreme Court, the Honourable Supreme Court has said that let there be sunlight. And it's a now new judicial phenomena that the court proceedings are now in the public domain. The court proceedings have been live telecasted. The Gujarat High Court is the first example of it, and therefore by virtue of section 74 of the Indian Evidence, this is a part of public record, and whatever we are fighting for or contesting, we are representing the entire masses, and each and every citizen of this country needs to know that what is there in all those video footages and whatever claims I have made, whether those claims are correct or false. Now the point in issue is this, and then ultimately when the Honourable Court will pass their judgment or the dictum, they will see whether it is correct or not, and any person of the society can challenge it in the higher court. Now the point in issue is this: the Advocate Commissioner has given a categorical report that there was a ched or drilling of 63 centimeter in the shivling, which is 2.5 feet long, and this chakri has been found in the storeroom. Now whatever I am saying has to be tested, has to be examined by everyone, and therefore if someone wants to file an application for intervention by virtue of order 1 rule 10, or they want to become a party to the case, how will the public know? Is it the only entitlement of Vishnu Shankar Jain or these 5 women to know whatever is happening in the court, or is it the entitlement of entire
so why
masses?
are they stalling this?
So the problem is this, that when this application we have moved before the Honourable Court seeking the certified copy of the videography, they are saying that no, it should not be made public. On the other hand,
why are they making this?
Because the point is this, Rahul, that this is a shivling. No doubt about it, and I can say with utmost sense of responsibility and authority on your channel that this is a shivling which has been tried to be converted into a favara, which can never by no stretch of imagination be said to be a favara or a fountain. Point number 2, we moved an application number 82 GA before the Honourable Varanasi Civil Court, and what did we ask for? That behind this Vajukhana there is a stair which is going down, and this is covered by artificial walls. If it is a fountain, please open those artificial walls. But when we ask all these questions, they say we will first decide the maintainability of the suit. And Rahul, you know how maintainability is argued? If my plaint is of 51 paras, each and every line is read. The watch of the courtroom is seen. Then again each and every line is read. Then kindly see the stand. They come before the Supreme Court and say that the maintainability issue should be decided on priority. And when the maintainability issue is decided on the priority, they say there is a marriage in my family. When the Honorable Court says that let us hear it at 10:30 in the morning, they say no, we have a professional work to do. Kindly take it up at 2 o'clock. There is no professional work or no professional harm of Vishnu Shankar Jain or Hari Shankar Jain. Only professional harm is of the Muslim side. And therefore they want to delay this tactics. And you know, Rahul, why this delay is happening? Because on 31st, they will say that now we can't argue further because the civil court is closing for summer vacations. We will not argue in summer vacations. Kindly post it in July. By that time there will be some transfer, something, then the matter will be reheard. So please, I am saying with utmost sense of responsibility, and to all the panelists here, please don't test our patience. We are very patient. We want you to complete your arguments. We want you to participate in the court proceedings, but not with delay tactics.
This is a delay tactic so that you can continue whip up a frenzy, says Vishnu Jain, and that this is being done so that the matter never sees the light of day, and according to him, an illegal occupation can continue for perpetuity, denying the Hindus the right to pursue their faith. Mujeebur Rehman, if there is nothing to hide, why not let the proof surface? Ask Vishnu Shankar Jain today of you. Transparency is the best antiseptic. If you believe that there are people like Vishnu Shankar Jain who are, spreading disease of communalism, then why not bring the truth out there? Transparency is the best antiseptic. It will cure Vishnu Shankar Jain of all his delusions. Mujeebur Rehman.
First thing is, these two guys, Shehzad Poonawala and Vishnu Jain, are just misleading the nation. The thing they are saying that knowing is the right of the people. What has happened in the past is the right of the people. It's just a hobby, and they can refer a book. But under subsection F of section 2 of Right to Information Act 2005, information is that which is already available. They cannot ask for the information which is yet to be produced, which is yet to be investigated.
Not by the Right to Information Act. The proceedings of the court, sir, Mujeebur Rehman, sir, is governed by the Indian Evidence Act, not by the Right to Information Act. That is for the government. This is the misnomer which you are having, and you are speaking on a national television. Right to Information Act, Rahul, applies to the government. It does not apply to a judicial proceeding. It's a total misnomer which my learned friend is having. It is governed by the Indian Evidence Act. I categorically pointed out that section 74 provides so. And therefore, what is the problem?
Now, one minute. There's a fundamental question. Okay, 1 second. Viewers, just look at your screens for 30 seconds. Indulge me. Mr. Poonawala, just look at your screens, viewers. What has been found already? Now, we know that a large number of Hindu iconography has already been located. You have the Sheshnag, you have the damaged idols, you have the Nandi Shivling link, you have the Baba discovery, at least that is what is alleged. You have all of this. You have the walls of what is quite clearly a Hindu temple. You have documents, you have judgments which establish this to be a Hindu place of worship. So I'm therefore asking once again, and this time my question goes out to Abbas Haider Saab. Why delay the inevitable? Are you just trying to frustrate Hindus from accessing their place of worship? And if that is the end, then isn't it, sir, a provocation which is unnecessary?
I think the question is directed to a strong panelist, I would say, Rahulji, because they are the two parties. We are not a stakeholder in this case, first of all. And Vishnu Shankar Jain ji is advocate of one of the party, and whatever his apprehensions are, I am sure he is going to put them in the court, and the district court will decide accordingly. Now, my question is, why did Bharatiya Janata Party, why did Ram Prakash Gupta ji, why did Kalyan Singh ji, why did Rajnath Singh ji, why did Yogi Adityanath ji gave them permission to pray at that place? That is my question from Bharatiya Janata Party. Why did the district magistrate did
Okay,
not...
Mr. Poonawalla, would you like to respond? Matter can end.
Right. Look, first of all, the question is that today this entire lobby went to the Supreme Court. They wanted a stay as per the 1991 Act on the entire proceeding. Supreme Court did not grant it, sent it to the district judge. The district judge was asked that the survey should be stayed in a sense, but the survey was not stayed. Today I have three fundamental questions. Why, A, is there an attempt by a lobby, including Akhilesh Yadav, including Bark, including Tauqir Raza, PFI and others, trying to incite yet? First they incited against the survey, now they are inciting against other proceedings. Two, one second, Mr. Haider, I did not speak in between, so please let me finish. Second question, whatever is the contents of this survey report, the videography will be given on 30th, whatever is the contents, whatever it is, will it be accepted without any question by all sides? We have Vishnu Jain to answer on the Hindu side, Mujeeb Rehman should answer for the English side, for the Muslim side. And thirdly, the limited point that I have to say is that why is there an attempt, so desperate attempt, to either mock the Shivling or to drill holes and convert what is a Shivling and accepted by 1983 law, which by the way Akhilesh Yadav's government was there. It has also continued with the same 1983 law, section 4, subsection 9, that is the original Jyotirling. The 1965 Gazette of Varanasi, Akhilesh Yadav's government continued with that also. 1997 Supreme Court judgment that it was broken by Aurangzeb. Why did you continue with that if you felt so strongly that this was not a Shivling? So thirdly, my limited point is that why is there an attempt being made to desecrate such a holy thing for Hindus? This is Talibani mindset.
Talibani mindset is the charge. Would you like to respond, Mr. Haider? I also want to bring in Mr. Uday Mahurkar.
Yeah, it is a question, who is the present Aurangzeb in this country? I am sure Mr. Poonawalla knows well how many mandirs were destroyed in Kashi, recently in the name of Kashi corridor. So who is the current Aurangzeb? This should be done.
You name 5 mandirs which were destroyed. Tell me 5 mandirs.
Many Shivlings were destroyed. Many Shivlings.
5 मंदिर बता दो जो destroy किए काशी में.
काशी कॉरिडोर में जो मंदिर
5 नाम बता दो ना.
विश्वनाथ के साथ में जितने
5 tell me the 5 names. All names. Tell me 5.
I've been there recently.
Tell me 5.
I have been there in March itself. I went there.
That's okay. You tell me the 5 names. I know you went there. Good. You took Ashirwad of Shivji. Good. You know it's Baba hai wahan pe. But tell me which 5 mandirs were broken by Prime Minister Modi or Yogi Adityanath.
आप बताइए आपने मंदिर नहीं गिराया.
सर कौन से 5 मंदिर तोड़े बताओ ना नाम.
तो हम तो आप 5 भी जीना चाहते हैं, हम प्रणय भी जीना चाहते हैं.
अरे आप 5 तो बता दो.
मैं 5 नहीं, मैं बता रहा हूँ सारे मंदिर गिरा दिए गए वहाँ पे. जितने मंदिर थे काशी.
How do I take these people?
Left side में, they all of the mandirs are destroyed.
Okay, so let me just quickly bring in Mr. Uday Mahurkar. Mr. Mahurkar, the sense that we get from the responses from the other side, which is representing the mosque side or those that are speaking in favor of the mosque side, is that seeking the right to pray is a communal exercise. How do you see this?
No, you see, I'll again stick to what I've been saying over the last few weeks, that you see, you have to go beyond this. The question is for the Muslim community and their leaders, that if thousands and lakhs of temples were destroyed during the medieval period, then why can't the Muslim community agree on 3 places to be given back to Hindus? Ayodhya of course has come. 2 more places, Kashi and Mathura. What is stopping them? And another thing, I would like to add something which has not come before the nation. After the 1947, after our independence, after partition, the Muslim community and their leaders were prepared to hand over most of these places to the Hindus. If you go to records of that period, the Muslim leaders, most of them were ready to hand over not just 3, many more places, because they knew that after partition, which was forced by a large section of the minority community, they were left behind, and they will have to in one sense live in harmony with the Hindu community.
Okay.
So they were in a mood to accept the legitimate demands of the Hindus. But the Muslim appeasement policies of the Congress changed the whole mindset of the Muslim community in a span of few years. And from there, today they are not prepared to hand over even Kashi and Mathura.
Okay.
Can I just so there is a need, you see, religious reconciliation cannot come without self-introspection.
Rehman Sahab, would you like to respond?
Introspection on the part of
Let him respond and I'll bring you in.
Particularly their leaders. So it is a much larger debate. Yeah.
It's a much larger debate. Be accommodating. There is enough proof. It's only a matter of time before it is brought out. It will be seen and visible in these videos. You can't keep delaying the inevitable, which is the truth, sir. Rehman Sahab, accommodation is the best way forward.
No. First thing is, whatever they will say, why we should accept it. The history, they are just twisting the facts. No Muslim ruler has destroyed the mandir or temples of Hindus, but even many Muslim rulers just built mandirs and give donation and gave land to the temple.
You know, Mr. Rehman,
I do not know if
Mr. Rehman, I know that you are a big believer in your side, and there is no problems with that. You can be a staunch defender.
I don't think there cannot
but
be,
you cannot deny
more falsification than this.
The chronicler of Aurangzeb himself has admitted.
Rahul, let us go into this.
Nobody has the proof that what has happened actually.
Rahul,
this has been exactly. This has been admitted by the Supreme Court. This has been admitted in affidavits filed by the British, who had no love for Hindus or
you see, we are stuck on Aurangzeb. The atrocities committed by Lodhis, Khiljis.
Britishers' policy was divide and rule. They already did all these.
Double than Aurangzeb. But can I come? We are stuck on Aurangzeb.
Yes.
So this has continued over a period of 600 years. Except for
so I have two questions. Yes, very quickly make your interjection, and I want to bring in Vishnu Jain, please. Yes.
So what I am saying is that you see, we are Rahul, we are stuck on Aurangzeb, but the atrocities, if you read. Even very balanced historians like V.D. Mahajan, there is a book called Delhi Sultanate. It describes how there was not a single Muslim ruler during the Sultanate period who can be called secular.
Okay, well, Mr. Moolkar, let me tell you, there is no debate on these points. There are certain facts of history which cannot be denied. Yes, very quickly, Mr.
What Mr. Moolkar was alluding to, today the Mathura matter is also in court. Whatever the court decides, we will all follow it. But Mr. Shafiqur Rahman Bark of Abbas Haidar's party, by the way, इनको कृष्ण के सपने आते हैं, वो कहते हैं कि if there is a mandir of Shri Krishna, I and Muslims will sit on a dharna. Who's inciting? Why not just follow the court? Don't you have faith in court?
Okay, very quick one, Mr.
It's not about the court. No, he has never said that we defy the court. When the Bharatiya Janata Party's leader like
I'll show you the statement. I'll show you the statement.
No, Abhijit Sangha. What is
if I show you the statement, will you quit politics?
No, Abhijit Sangha.
I'll show you statement of Shafiqur Rahman Bark on Mathura.
We have a statement. It's there.
I'll show it to you.
We have a statement, and I think, Mr. Haidar, look, you know, you can provoke. You can continue to provoke, you can deny, you can delay, you can distract, but it's not healthy. This is not healthy. Nonetheless, I just want to come back to Mr. Vishnu Shankar Jain. I'm a little confused here and also concerned. You said that it's quite probable that this matter will not even come to any sort of resolution on the 30th, that it will get stretched for months, perhaps even years. See, how are you making that claim?
This is the strategy. Because the problem is that in the district court no reporters or journalists are allowed, and this is used to the advantage by the Muslims because the plaint is of 51 paras. Now if my learned friend in the court is reading each and every line of the plaint very slowly and watching the keep looking at the watch, and they want to delay and derail the matter, this is what I can only say before you, because the point is this: everyone in the country knows that what importance Kashi has for us. Iskan Puran chapter number 6 page number 58 verse number 71 mentions so. The entire Shiv Mahapuran mentions so. And with extensive research, Rahul, we have gone before the court where the Purans have been quoted, where what happened in after demolition 1669 we have quoted. And let me tell you, what did James Precept and A.S. Salteraker say?
that even after demolition, the Hindus used to worship at the plinth of the mosque, thinking that their idol, their Visheshwar, is inside the mosque, and they kept worshipping it. In the judgment of Deen Muhammad, we did not go away with our rights. We did not waive our rights. We kept fighting that for that particular piece of land. And let me tell you that in the outer portion of the mosque area, which is known as the Wazukhana, we were in possession of the property, which now, because of the political leadership in 1990s, we have been dispossessed. On 1992 onwards, we have been dispossessed from that area, and the barricading has been made. So the point is that we had a rightful over that property in question. From time immemorial, we had a belief, faith over that place in question, and we kept fighting for it.
Well, now the matter is in court, and at least viewers, and at least most importantly viewers, this is being pursued through the courts. This is not some sort of anarchic attempt at occupying or reoccupying, or in some ways or the other reclaiming something without the blessings of the legal process. And I think that is a positive. But as someone said, I think Mr. Jain said, that if you keep pushing the envelope, then you're only allowing frustrations to build, and then there could be public disorder, which is not a prospect that anyone wants, viewers. I need to move on because